1,084,170 words, 3,407 pages, 199 chapters, 7 books, 8 feature films, 2 main attractions, and 1 woman's sole idea. We will be going through of how a rejected book series became a global hit, of how one woman's thought made her a billionaire, and most importantly, how the Harry Potter phenomenon came to be. What do you think about the whole Harry Potter series?
Actually, I love the Harry Potter series. It's one of my favourites. I've got all the books in hardback and paperback. I've got them on my Kindle. I've got the films on Blu-ray. I'm a big fan.
I think it's pretty good because it's something unique and that you don't see happen all the time. Like in most films, they're quite repetitive.
I think that the whole Harry Potter series are really interesting, really real, really good, and even though they include fantasy characters, they're very real and each one has a different story, which is great.
Joanne grew up surrounded by books, as her mum and dad loved reading them. When she was young, JK always wanted to be a writer. Then sometime in the future, the idea of a Harry Potter came up in J.K. Rowling's head when she was on a delayed train from Manchester to London. Throughout the next 5 years, she began to plan out the 7 books of the series. She amassed a mountain of notes, many of which were on scraps of paper. J.K. Rowling even wrote the last chapter of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows before she started to write the first book, The Philosopher's Stone. Has the series had an impact on your reading habits?
Possibly not for me. I like to read a long series of books. The more numbers of books in it, the better. So actually for me it fits in really well with the sort of reading that I like to do.
Yes, I'd say the series has had an impact because it helped me, it was one of the first books I've ever read and it kind of helped me along the way because I struggled with dyslexia, so that's how it kind of helped.
People started to really get attached to the Harry Potter books. Then, in 1999, Warner Brothers bought the film rights to the first book. The casting process began with thousands of people from around the UK and Ireland, because J.K. Rowling insisted that the cast should be British or Irish. Then, when the casting was complete, the filming for the first movie began to be shot in Leavesden Film Studios and historic buildings around the UK. When the film was released in November 2001, it made over $900 million at the box office. Over the past decade, the filming continued for 10 more years and 8 movies were made that made over $7 billion altogether at the worldwide box office. Throughout those years, friendships were built that could never be broken. Memorable days were created that would never be forgotten. And above all else, the magic that was born from the start will never end.
Lumos Maxima!